Now let us see the sources of finance on the basis of medium term loan. Medium term loan, under the medium term loan, what are all the sources? We can get loan from bank, we can get loan from financial institution and lease financing, isn't it? So first one, let us see what is loan from bank. When the bank lends for a period ranging from more than 1 year, we can get the fund for a housing loan, we can get more than 1 year or less than 5 years. So what is a medium term loan means? We can get the loan from bank for more than 1 year but less than 5 years. That is called medium term loan. So all aspects of bank finance have been discussed in the long run, in the long term source of finance, isn't it? So that is a loan from bank. We can get the loan from bank more than 1 year but within 5 years. That is called medium term loan from banks. Now loan from financial institutions. What are they? Where the financial institutions lend for the period ranging from more than 1 year. We can get the loan for more than 1 year to less than 5 years. The same how the bank medium term loan means 1 to 5 years. Medium term loan period consists of 1 to 5 years. So within that we have to settle repay the loan amount. So it is called medium term loan. So all respect of institutional finance we are going to discuss in the long term financial fund. We are going to discuss all terms of financial institutions and medium term loan. Lease financing. What is meant by lease financing? Let us discuss this topic alone now. Lease financing means it denotes procurement of assets through lease. For example, for many small and medium enterprises, they will accusate the plant. Accusation of plant and equipments and other permanent assets will be difficult in initial stage. Initial stage, see for example, if you want to purchase the house, initial stage what you will do? You can go to the lease house, isn't it? You are having only 5 lakhs amount. So for 5 lakhs, you are having the amount. That amount, if you go for lease means what they will do? For after 3 years, the same 5 lakhs will be returned to you. And another 4 or 5 lakhs you can save in this, within this throughout this 4 or 5 years, isn't it? Totally 10 lakhs. And then you can approach for the bank loan for 10 lakhs. And by then you can purchase the new house. Like the same way, initially it is very difficult to purchase all the assets and machineries, everything. So for that purpose, in such a situation, leasing is helping them to the greater extent. So leasing here means what is the meaning? Owning of an asset by an individual or by a corporate body which will be given for use. Used to whom? Used to another needy business enterprises on a rental basis. See, we are having machinery means you are running, for example, Rama is running a machinery, running a factory. He is having 4 or 5 machineries. In that he is going to produce only, utilize the 3 machines alone. Remaining 5 machines is for a contingency purpose. If it is not, if it is a more production, he is going to use all the 5 machines. Otherwise, that remaining 2 machines will be not used. So in this case, one machinery will be leased to other company. Purchasing the machinery cost is 20 lakhs. Whereas we are getting the lease means we can give to them, for example, for 2 or 3 years, we can give 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. So the considerably the amount will be reduced. Instead of purchasing a new one to give more cost, we can reduce the cost, we can reduce the expenses, we can get all the machinery, equipments for initial investment. We can invest very less amount means after receiving, getting all profit, we can get a new product, isn't it? For that purpose, we are getting all the machinery from the used person. So leasing means what? here refers to the owning of an asset by an individual or a corporate body which will be given for use to another needy business enterprises on a rental basis. For that he received the machinery, isn't it? For that he does not want to give a total 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. Just monthly 2,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees, just he is going to give the rent. So it is very easy for him to start the business. Then the firm which owns the asset is called leaser. Who is owning the asset? He is called leaser. Owner is called leaser. And the person who gives, which hires the asset is called leasee. Who hires the asset? The person who hires the asset is called leasee. Hires means receiving the asset. For time being he is receiving the asset, no? Instead of purchasing the new machinery, for the time being he is receiving the used asset, isn't it? That is called, he is called leasee. Are you clear? So the contract is called, the process of this is called lease. So the contract is called lease. So the leasee pay a fixed rent on the basis of agreed basis to the leaser for the use of the asset. He want to use the asset, for that leasee is going to give a fixed amount of rent to the leaser, and then he must abide with the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions like lease period and how long he must give the rent, what is the fixed rent and what is the mode of payment. For example, he promised to pay that every month, January of every month I will pay you 5,000 rupees as rent, and I will give you check, or I will give you pay order, whatever it may be, as he prescribed in the earlier, first how he has prescribed, like the same way he has to keep up the promise till the end of the leasing period. Then everything must be returned. So lease agreement will be returned and allocation of maintenance are mentioned to the lease contract. How to maintain, who is going to take the maintenance charges. So as long as the goods or fixed assets is going to be with the hirer, that is leasing, isn't it? So he is using the machine. So he has to do all the maintenance charges. He has to bear the maintenance charges. At the end of the lease period, what will happen? The asset goes back to the leaser. After 2 or 3 years, 3 years only lease period, isn't it? Like that, how we are moving to the home. The lease is going to over means we have to switch over to the another home. Like the same way, if we have purchased the asset for 2 or 3 years, immediately after the period was over, you must give the asset to the owner, isn't it? We have to give back to the leaser. Alternatively, what want to do leasee? Leasee can own the asset taken on lease by paying the balance of price. If any balance price is remaining means he must give, the leasee must give settle the amount to the leaser. Then lease finance is a popular method of medium term business finance. So leasing is a popular method. Nowadays only it is very popular. On those days it was not popular. Then let us move on to sources of long-term funds. Long-term funds. All the business concern, they need fund to withstand in the market for the long run. Long-term sources of funds refers to those sources which are required by the business firms for the period. See, already I have told you, short term means within a year, medium term loan within 1 year to 5 years, long term loan more than 5 years. Long term business is more than 5 years. More than 5 years. More than 5 years, we can pay the loan. That is called long-term loan. So, call the corporate concern. the various long-term loans, business finance are explained. We are going to explain various long-term business finance, that is shares, and also we are going to discuss now equity shares, and shares are divided into two, that is equity shares and preference shares. And if it is a company, which company want to issue the shares, I will tell you, and debentures, and already retained earnings, and then we can get the public deposit and long-term loan, like we can approach the long-term loan in the bank and also the financial institutions. Now let us discuss about the shares. What is shares? Let me explain you about shares. Now let us move on to the shares. What is share? Corporate enterprises generally obtain capital, isn't it? Mainly how they will obtain the capital? Through the share capital, which is divided into small units of this is called shares. So each share has a nominal value. That nominal value rupees 10 rupees and 100 rupees, that is called nominal value. That is called shares, isn't it? So for example, the Indian Companies Act 2013 describes a share to be a share in the share capital of a company. To be a share in the share capital, what is the what we need? The person holding a share is called shareholder, who has the interest in the assets and profit of the company. So the shareholder is a stakeholder. Shareholder are considered as the stakeholders of the company. So he is having the interest of the company. How they are going to get the share? Through the public, they are going to get the shares, isn't it? So which company? The company who is going to issue the shares? The company, those who are having more than capital of all the public company, having a net worth of not less than 100 crore rupee, a turnover not less than 500 crore rupee, and which has obtained the prior consent of shareholders through the special resolution, and such resolution has been filled with the registrar before inviting the deposit. So they will issue the shares. Shares are two types. One is the equity shares and another one is the preference shares. Now, first one, equity shares. What is meant by equity shares? The fund raised by issuing equity shares is termed as equity share capital. Equity shares is the most important source of raising long-term capital by a company. What is meant by equity shares? These shares do not carry any special or preferential rights in the matter of payment of any annual dividend and any repayment of capital at the time of winding up. At the time of closing of the company, equity shareholders not going to contribute any money. That is the advantages. Then equity shareholders are enjoy more voting rights in the proportionate to the number of shares held by the company, and then they can take part in the management of the company. So equity shareholders, they can take part in the management of the company. What is meant by equity? What is the meaning of the term equity? What is the differences between equity shares and preference shares? Let me explain. What is share? Already we have discussed. A company's capital is divided into small equal units of a finite number, that is called a share. Each unit is known as share. In simple terms, a share is a percentage of ownership in a company or a financial assets, isn't it? So, who investors who hold the shares of any company, they are called as shareholders. Two types of shares are there, equity shares. What is meant by equity shares? Equity shares means these are all ordinary shares of the company representing the part ownership of the shareholders in the company. They are the part of the owners of the company. They are also considered as a stakeholders of the company. Stakeholders means they are going to take interest, they are going to show the interest of the growth of the company. Preference shares means what? Preference shares are the shares that carry preferential rights on the matter of repayment of dividend or any repayment of the capital. So they have the preferential rights before declaring the dividend. Then let us move on to debenture, and then what is in elaborately we can explain. I will explain you what is equity shares, preference shares, and also debenture, retained earnings and public deposits. Each and every heading separately. Let me explain one by one.